Hello, everybody. 15 Minutes a Dame, Clear Mind Media. Um, Today's topic is on why politicians have to lie. Okay? Yes, it is a occupational hazard for our elected officials to tell us the truth. And there's a reason for that. And most of it is because we ask our politicians to lie to us. The way that we do that is we put so much emphasis and so much need on them to solve our social issues. In order for them to maintain their position, their power, their job, they'll tell us anything. And guess what? We have to go for it because that's all we have, right? All we have is our ability to vote. That is our power. Even though they are pulling all of the strings, they tell us that voting is our power. Well, today's topic is on why that is not true at all. First, I'm going to say this loud and clear. One of the reasons why I would say that our social society here in the United States is the way it is because I don't think that our United States government has the first or faintest idea on one, what equality is, and then two, how to deliver. The reason why is because our founding fathers, why the Constitution was written the way it was, I'm not here to debate that. But what I'm saying is this country has never been equal. So it's not like, oh, remember when President so-and-so was in office, or remember when President so-and-so did this. We felt that we all had a shot to make it. This country has never been there. So maybe it doesn't know how to get there. And remember, and we're talking about a very young country. Our country is what, 243 years old? You're trying to tell me that almost in 2.5 centuries, we haven't figured out, and I say we, I mean our elected officials, haven't figured out how to have a fair and balanced nation. That is absolutely ridiculous to me. But this is kind of one of the reasons why I'm doing the Common Sense campaign, is because maybe that's what we need to solve some of our social issues, is a bit of ridiculousness. We've tried logic, we've tried reason, we've tried protest, we've tried campaigning, we've tried so many of these higher level initiatives to get change in this country in 243 years, but yet and still many of our social disconnect is still present, and not just present, growing. It's because our fundamental idea of how the government works is severely flawed. We have let our politicians lie to us. We've accepted it. We've still went out and voted in droves anyway. And at the end of the day, what is their real responsibility to deliver? So from a common sense level, think about this. You go on a job interview and your potential employer asks you, what qualifies you for this job? And you tell them, well, I'm going to attempt to give you bipartisanship and attempt to give you transparency. I will work with my coworkers and I will attempt to give you what you have asked me to deliver on. How many of you think you're going to get that job that day? Yeah, big goose egg. That's what I thought. But that's not how our politicians work. Our politicians can come out, campaign, get exorbitant amounts of money from hardworking individuals to be lied to. The two biggest lies that our politicians lie to us about, and we've accepted, is bipartisanship and transparency. Now, so let's talk about, now remember, I'll get to voting and politics um, on a regional level. I'm talking about the national level right now because we're in election time and the mudslinging has gone on. This is another thing too. When politicians begin to campaign, we have accepted the first tactic is to destroy the credibility of their opponent. So it's not, am I the better candidate? Can I make my candidate look worse than me? And that is absolutely ridiculous. Now, I'm getting to the lies. I'm getting to that, but I'm trying to build a progression here. So think about this. When they tell us how important our vote is, if our vote, your individual vote was so important, then why is it only 270 votes needed to elect the president? Wait a minute. I'm talking about the Electoral College now. That is downright ridiculous. So you're trying to tell me the millions of people that vote all gets consorted into 270 votes, and that is how a president gets elected. Come on, people. I know I'm encroaching a little bit on common sense into basic sense, but that is not basic math. Where is everybody vote? If everybody's vote is so important, where are the rest of them? So, okay, just points to ponder, but we're going to get there. So when our political figures come out and tell us certain things, one of the jobs of our government is to reduce confusion and chaos. Excuse me, I want to say confusion. Reduce chaos. So therefore, in its infancy, there's only two reasons why people lie. One, it's either to make something happen, or two, to prevent something from happening. And this is even in our own households. This is in our relationships. This is anywhere on the planet. When someone lies, you have to understand why they lied. Were they trying to make something happen or prevent something from happening? Either they was lying to manipulate something to happen in their favor, or they was lying to keep you obfuscated from knowing more information, which is called lying by omittance. So someone can tell you a story, but will purposely will leave certain details out. Well, I didn't lie, I just didn't tell you. This is our politicians. Now, why they have to lie? One, because they cannot give us bipartisanship. There is not a single politician stumping on the campaign trail right now that can tell you that they can give you bipartisanship. They'll tell us that they're working on bipartisanship, working with the other side. First off, that is your job. Don't tell me that because you're going to get elected as this elected seat, as this official, that you are going to do your job. That is why you're getting elected. Don't tell me that you're going to try to do your job. Again, go back to the interview scenario. When they ask you, can you deliver on these list of job requirements? I'll try. Yeah, good luck getting that job. So we have held a different standard. Our employers who, when we go out, we're paying bills, we're doing all of this stuff so that we can build our families, just like these politicians are. They have families too, but the criteria is so different. The politicians cannot give us bipartisanship because there's not a single politician out there that can give you everything that we've asked for. Remember, we are not a egalitarian. I don't know if anyone's ever heard that word. Egalitarian, egalitarian. We are not an egalitarian society. So this is the reason why I said that I don't think that our government knows how to be equal, because we've never been. So when we're talking about bipartisanship, there is a fairness factor there. There's not a single politician out there that can qualify or quantify what is fair, because they're going to need votes to do that. No one can guarantee you that. They can guarantee that they'll work for it, but how will we know? The votes that get passed always have an underhanded tone to it, and it's not because it's the right thing to do. So there is no politician out there that can give us bipartisanship. First lie. Second lie, transparency. Now, our politicians, and I don't care on what level, local or national, what level they are on, the reason why they cannot give us transparency is because any information that is worth value is a matter of national security. So it doesn't matter what they tell you because they're going to tell you only what they can legally tell you. Now, when all of you take to the social media waves to get your daily Politico, let me explain something to you. Nobody on Facebook, nobody on Instagram, nobody on your favorite social media platform has any idea what they're talking about when they're talking about facts. The reason why is because anyone that has the facts are not putting it on Facebook. Any information that is a matter of national security that is important to us is not being leaked to the public. Now, a bunch of misinformation, misdirection, misguided information, fake news, all that to make people feel involved. Oh yeah, you get plenty of that. But people like Candace Owens, come on. Let me tell you something. Anybody that has ever had any real information and had it leaked is either dead or on the run. This government does not want transparency. How do you think it maintains its power? When you can control what people know, you can control what they do. This is the reason why they have to lie. And we have asked them to lie because we have asked them to make sure that we're comfortable with the way that our economics, the way that our social criteria, the way that our nation is working. We want that happy path. But most of us just want to stick our heads in the sand, go to work, get our money, pay our bills, hopefully retire, it was somewhat healthy, and die. That's pretty much it. This is what we're programmed to do. So we let our politicians lie to us for that warm, fuzzy feeling to give us some kind of validation that what we are doing, our civic duty to go and vote is actually warranted. We feel good about that. I voted. Well, one, where is your vote in that 270? Two, how can you hold your elected official to the fire for their bipartisanship? How do you know they're actually doing it? And three, how can you even know if what we're being told is the truth? I mean, our current administration, there's more than enough video, more than enough sound bites, more than enough recorded documentation of blatant, flat out misinformation and flat out lies. And we, the people, cannot, have not, and will not ever be able to do anything about it until we change us from a societal standpoint. Our fix for us in this society is not coming from them. Why are we donating all this money for them to come out and lie to us? We feel good because we're supporting the most believable liar. That doesn't work in your household. If your kid or your mate is telling you good enough lies, do you accept that? No, but we invite these politicians into our house to lie to us, get our emotions all up, even separate households, and we're all being lied to. I don't care if you have if you have an R behind your political choice or a D in parentheses, it doesn't matter. I, G, whatever. You can't be told the truth. So was the scene from A Few Good Men, you can't handle the truth. Well, most of us can't. This is the reason why emotions are so high with social media, because people are emotionally unable to handle the truth. You can't even tell the truth to somebody and you know them. But we're going to allow politicians to tell us the truth and don't even know us. Come on, people. We got to be better. 15 minutes a day. Clear Mind Media.